Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We are starting a vlog today. Why am I always in my car when I start my vlogs? I don't know, because when I wake up in the morning, I just like to chill a little bit. I actually had a lot of work this morning. It's already noon and I'm going to the gym right now. I still fasted, so I have not eaten anything yet. I do, if you're new to my channel, I do tend to work out fasted just because I do intermittent fasting. So I break my fast and start my eating window right after my workout. But today, also, I feel like every single time I open up a vlog, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go do legs. You guys probably think I do legs like 5 days a week. I don't. I only train lower body 2 times a week. I don't know why. I just feel like you guys like to see leg workouts more than anything else. If that's not true, let me know in the comment section below. If you want to see more upper body, really only train it very lightly 2 times a week, so it's nothing crazy. But yes, I have my pre-workout here. This will really keep me going during this workout. I'm not really hungry. I did end my eating window last night around like 9 or 10. So I've been training fasted for a long time now. My body's used to it, but if you're not used to it, I definitely don't think it's for everyone, but it works for me. So find out what works for you. Do that. Welcome to the video today. I don't know what's gonna go down in this vlog. All I know is that we're gonna do a workout and then we'll see what happens because I don't really have a plan for the day. So enjoy this workout that you're about to see and I'll see you afterwards. Hey guys, I'm here with another voiceover from the last video. You guys said that you love the voiceovers, so we will continue with the voiceovers. It's actually a lot easier for me as well. I like kind of explaining things to you guys through my voice. So we are of course going to start off with a little bit of warm up on the Stairmaster. I typically will do 5 to 10 minutes on my leg days. Just get those muscles nice and warm, get that blood flowing, get that heart rate up. I like to be a little bit sweaty when I start my workouts. I don't know why, I just want to start sweating as soon as possible once I get into the gym. So we're going to start off with that. You can use any piece of cardio equipment, and then we will be starting off with the glute activation. Of course, you guys know that I love glute activation. Basically, your glutes will be pretty asleep in your everyday lives just because you don't really use them in typical movements. So what I do is I like to wake them up with a little bit of bands. I do have my full activation guide if you're interested in learning all the different exercises that I do, but typically I will pick 3 to 4, kind of do a little warm up, 5 to 10 minutes, lots of reps. Make sure that you're engaging those muscles, squeezing that butte. Here we have the hip circle. I will link the hip circle and the mini loop bands, which I also use. I will link those below for you guys if you're interested in purchasing those. That's what I obviously use, and I use them in my workouts as well. Alright guys, for our first exercise, we're going to start off with some good old hip thrusts. You know, my favorite, one of my favorites. So here we are going to be concentrating on pushing through with those heels, squeezing those glutes for 1 to 2 seconds at the top, and really, really digging those shoulder blades into your bench. Obviously I do have a yoga mat here. You can also use a foam box, which I have shown in my videos before. A bench also works. Just make sure that you're really squeezing at the top, keeping that back nice and straight. What I like to focus on is thinking of tucking those hips under at the top. This should burn in your glutes and also in your hamstrings as well, in that tie-in area. All through there. It does hurt. It's pretty painful. I don't like to go super heavy on these. I've seen girls on Instagram do like 305, 405. It's really not necessary to go that heavy if you're doing the movement correctly. I don't really find any benefit to going super heavy. So I just stick with 135. Sometimes I'll go up to 155, maybe 185 if I'm really feeling adventurous, but you do not need to go super heavy on these. And going into our first superset, we're going to be doing elevated lunges with some Sumo DB squats. So for the elevated lunges, what I want you guys to focus on is, again, pushing through with that heel, keeping that back straight. You can use dumbbells or a barbell on your back if you prefer. The barbell is going to be a little bit more advanced, a little bit more difficult to balance. The reason I do elevated lunges instead of regular lunges is because I feel like it focuses a lot more on my glutes rather than my quads. I do have pretty long femurs, which is basically the top portion of my leg, so I really need a lot of room to get down there to really feel it in my butt. But again, if you want to just do regular lunges, that is more than okay. I just feel like the elevated lunges is a lot more booty work than your regular typical lunges. Now we're moving into Sumo DB squats. So for these, you want to get a super heavy dumbbell. I usually use between 80 to 90 pounds for this. Again, use whatever is best for your fitness level. With this, you really want to focus on keeping those knees out towards your pinky toes. You're going to be wider than shoulder width stance. Do what's comfortable for you. Really focus on squeezing those glutes when you come up. You can add the pulse in here if you want a little bit of extra burn, but if you don't do the pulse, that is more than okay. And then we're going to go back through everything again. By the way, this entire workout will be listed below in the description box for you guys, so you can screenshot it and take it to the gym with you. All right, moving into our next superset, we're doing elevated RDLs on the Smith machine with isolated RDLs on the Smith machine. So for this, we're going to start off on a box. The reason I use the box on the Smith machine is because, again, I do have super flexible hamstrings and pretty long legs, so it does take a lot for me to really feel it in my hamstrings. Again, this is not completely necessary. Do what feels best for you. I just feel like this is best for me and my body mechanics. So get to learn your body and figure out what works best for you. So then we're going to move straight into isolated RDLs. For this, you want to focus on keeping, and with the regular RDL as well, keeping that barbell really close to your shins, close as possible, keeping that back straight, keeping your neck neutral, and keeping that front knee slightly bent. Do not overextend your knee. We do not want that. We do not want any knee injury, so please make sure that that knee is slightly bent, keeping those hips as forward as possible. And here we go back into the regular. Again, keeping that barbell really close to those shins. Now you are going to want to use lighter weight for the isolated RDL. Usually what I'll do is I'll put the lighter plate on the inside, just take off the other ones as I'm finished with the first exercise of the superset, and then take that weight off. Alright guys, moving into the last part of this workout, we're just going to finish off with some bands to burn those booty cheeks out. Similar to what we do with glute activation, I just try and go as hard as possible and make sure that everything is burning. Usually it is at this point of the workout. I'm pretty toasted by now. Adding some jump stops. I kind of just do whatever I want to do with this part of the workout. Again, it's completely up to you. You can do jump squats, anything with bands. You can do lateral walks, all kinds of different stuff. So just do what feels best for you. Here's some kickbacks. Again, this burns a lot with the hip circle. You can also use the mini loop bands. All that will be linked below for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this voiceover and enjoy the rest of the vlog. Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you really quick about my workout. So I just got done. I had a great workout. I just kind of wanted to talk to you a little bit about how I've been structuring my leg days, if that makes sense. So typically I will start off with a compound movement. Basically, a compound movement is a movement that uses two different joints and therefore using more than one muscle, engaging lots of muscles. So typically what I will either start with is back squats, obviously a compound movement, hip thrusts, obviously a compound movement. Those are kind of the two that I typically stick with. Now with the back squats, I won't just do regular back squats. I'll typically do something with pulsing, something with bands, you know, all kinds of stuff. You guys see it on my channel all the time. Just need some water. And so basically I will start off with a compound movement. I will typically stick to lower-ish reps, not always, but Most of the times I'll try to stick with 8 to 10, which is in the lower range for me. A higher range for me would be like 15 to 20. So that's what I usually start with. Today, obviously, you saw that I started with hip thrusts. And then after the compound movements, I will typically do some sort of superset like you saw. And then to finish off my leg day, I kind of, in the middle of my workouts, I kind of just do what I want to do. And then to finish off my leg day, it's usually some sort of band work just to make sure that my glutes are completely burnt out. And they definitely are today. I can already tell I'm going to be very, very sore in my butt, which is obviously the goal. I just kind of wanted to go over that really quickly, and I'm gonna go home and make my green smoothie, and I'll show you guys how I do that. Hi babies. Hi. Hi. Come on, let's go outside. Let's go outside. Hey guys, so I am back home now. Obviously, you saw the dogs. I'm gonna make my green smoothie really quick. So I like to make this after my workout because it has a good amount of protein and carbs in it, and the fats are on the lower side, which is typically what you want to aim for when you are doing your post-workout meal. Of course, not essential, but just what I recommend, just because the lower fats do help you absorb the carbs and the proteins a lot better than if you had a higher fat meal right after your workout. So we're gonna start off with some frozen fruit. I'm gonna be using mangoes, a little bit of peaches, and just a few of these coconut chips, which are great. These are from Trader Joe's. Definitely recommend these if you have a Trader Joe's near you. So we're gonna put that in our little Ninja right here, and then I'll show you what else I put in here. All right guys, now I'm going to fill this up. I use my favorite plant-based milk. So now we're going to add a bunch of stuff. So first off, we're gonna add 2 scoops of the Women's Best Vegan Vanilla Protein. And now we're gonna do a bunch of what I consider superfoods, and all of these are not essential. These are just what I find to be most beneficial for me and my goals. So we first have, this is not a superfood, but this is just collagen powder. If you're interested in how I organize my cabinets, I do have a video on that. It was a few weeks ago that I organized all these in like little mason jars and whatnot. So this is collagen powder. I'm gonna add this right now. Basically, the collagen powder helps with skin, nails, hair, joints, all the stuff. I just feel like it's pretty essential to be taking it. Next up, we just have a little bit of flax seeds, flax and chia ground up. Next, we have bee pollen. Next, we have maca powder. Next is spirulina. And the spirulina is probably honestly one of the best superfoods in all the land. It has vitamin A, B vitamins, iron, protein, and amino acids in there, so definitely recommend that. Then we're gonna add a few of these flavor drops in peach variety from Women's Best. Just feel like it gives it a little bit, obviously a little bit more flavor, but with the greens, you wanna make sure that you don't have a super green tasting smoothie. I don't like super green tasting, especially with the spirulina. It is an allergy, so you don't wanna be tasting that in your smoothies. And for my last 2 special ingredients, we have 1 date. Dates just, I feel like, change a smoothie so much. That's what a date looks like if you're unaware. I think they look like little cockroaches, but that's just me. I don't know if you can see this because it doesn't want to focus. Put that in there. Make sure you take the seed out. And then just a little bit of coconut sugar. I'm just gonna add 1 teaspoon of coconut sugar. And normally I would also actually add spinach on top. before I blend it up, but I do not have any spinach right now. I usually do either spinach or kale. I kind of rotate between the two. Some sort of green, some sort of leafy green vegetable. Now we're just going to blend this up and enjoy it. This is the finished product. Yum, yum in my tum. Also guys, if you're wondering of where I buy all my little superfoods and stuff that I have up there, I use two different places. So first is Thrive Market. So Thrive Market is an online store that has a ton of just amazing foods, beauty products, all this stuff that's all natural. A lot of it you can choose if it's vegan or not and stuff like that. So I will link below my discount link for that if you want to go there and shop. And then, my voice just changed. And then also Home Goods, if there's a Home Goods near you, they, in their food section, typically have a lot of kind of different kind of superfoods. So check there. It will probably, actually both of them are relatively cheap. So check those out if you're interested in some superfoods. Me and Ivy are on my way to my mom's house to hang out with her and her puppies. You have fun? You see some new people. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, love you. 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 Is that your friend? Good morning. Whoa, it's a little bumpy. I've never vlogged while I'm driving. Because I'm in a rush this morning, I just finished cardio. I did 25 minutes on the Stairmaster. I don't know why I'm talking like this. I did 25 minutes on the Stairmaster, and then I did some abs. It is 10:15 in the morning right now. Obviously on Saturday morning, it's the following day. I am getting my tattoo today. I'm getting my sleeve finished finally. It's been like 2 years since I've worked on the sleeve. As you know, the inner arm right here is still empty, so you guys will get to see that. I'm gonna go home, I'm almost home actually right now, and going to make my green smoothie really quick because I'm probably gonna be at the tattoo place for like 3 to 4 hours, I would imagine. I'm gonna bring a few snacks with me, and yeah, so I'm in a really good mood today, which is cool because I've been feeling kind of lately, I guess, with anxiety and whatnot. So I'm in a good mood right now. Hopefully the good mood stays throughout the day. Out with someone that I like tonight, so that'll be nice to relax. And yeah, so I kind of like this vlogging in the car thing while I'm driving. It's like I kill 2 birds with 1 stone. It's great. I do need to get some sort of sticky pad for my dashboard because as soon as I turn the car, you guys are gonna slide all over the place. So I will see you guys at the tattoo place, and I'm super excited. I'm on my way to get my new tattoo. I got my green smoothie right here. I'm gonna drink this on the way. I also have to stop and get cash for him, and I have to stop and get gas, which really sucks. I hate getting gas. Does anyone else just hate getting out of the car and getting gas? I wish I lived in New Jersey where you didn't have to pump your own gas. That'd be cool. But okay, I'm getting distracted now. I have this huge pimple. You can't really see. It's like a cystic. It hurts though. It like you can't really see it in the camera, which I guess is nice. But it's like big. It's under the skin. And it hurts. So I get pimples too. I don't know why. It's probably from getting off birth control. But it's really my weekend right now. So I see you guys when I'm getting my tattoo. Dirty, dirty, dirty work. Oh yeah, oh yeah. When she wake up, when she go. done.
But my friends call me you.